this set up right to where everybody can hear me. Hello, can you guys hear me? Someone let me know if you can hear me because I suck at this. Someone will say something, maybe. I'm a little early, I know this. So we're really not gonna get like totally started until I know. Loud and clear, fantastic, good news. Yay, I haven't seen anybody in so long. This is exciting. I always have these like lulls in my social media, but you know what? It keeps it interesting. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? You guys might beg to differ. Have been worried. It's a relief to see you in your picture. Not on the front page. Yeah, I'm alive. Woo! I've lost a lot of weight too. Starving artist. I may be hungry, but I look good. No, I'm doing pretty good. It's just been, life. Life happens and it hands you things. And I was really worried about Little Leaf, so I kind of shut down everything to make sure I could get her back on top. I mean, she's really all I have anymore. My daughter's in college, so she's a grown woman taking care of herself. And I have a goat. Oh, I love that you guys have been worried, though. I have a couple more videos to post, by the way, at the end of like the C&O and that little first chunk, our first series of the Across America thing. So those will be coming out. She is okay, but oh man, do I got some stories for y'all. That was quite the recovery. Whew, I had, of course, fall in love with the most complicated animal that exists. We have good news. We have lots of good news. We're always positive here. I mean, things happen, but that's life. At least we've been worried. Oh, Little Leaf is okay. She's healthy and strong. She's actually out in the Jeep right now, eating alfalfa. Any plans on stopping in the Denver area? Yes, I have lots of big plans. And you guys, I want to connect with a lot more of you in this next trip I'm going on. So I'm going to let you guys know a lot more of where I am. Not too specific because I still have to be safe, but I am going to try to connect with more of you. So this is going to be fun, this next adventure. Habitat and I did disappear at the same time. So I had invited him out on that hike with us, and then Little Leaf got sick, and he got a little stir crazy, and I told him he should just go and continue on, and so he did. So that's that. Can you see her at some point? Yes. You know what? Before I close this video out, I'll go grab her. If y'all just will hang out at the end, I'll go grab her and bring her in so you guys can see her and have her say a little goodbye. But she's mowing down right now eating. I just ate dinner and was kind of selfish and left her in the car. Thank you, Mr. Dean. I appreciate it. So it's just me at this point. You just have to look at this. And my Barbie hand earrings. It's Halloween, and maybe some of you caught that story. I don't know if you did, but it's a good one. All right, so what time do we have? Okay, it's 7:01, so I'm going to get right into it. There's probably more people that are going to join in, but you can always come back and watch it, I know. So, hey, everyone. Back in Washington State, my hometown, of course, as some of you know, and Little Leaf had about 7 vet visits during the end of our last adventure, and it was pretty scary. So goats are a pretty hardy animal, but at the same time, very temperamental. And that is because they've been over domesticated. They're a herd animal. So when they do get sick, they hide their sickness until it's really, really bad. And she ended up with but they didn't know at first. This is why it took so many visits. And I want to just say thank you so much to everybody that helped out and chipped in and donated, because there's no way I could have funded or done what we did. That I think that made sense. Been in too many southern states and then back in the anyway, my language is mixed between different accents. Anyway, we couldn't have done what we did without the support of everybody that loves Little Leaf, and much appreciated, because literally could not have done it. That's all there is to it. But long story short, she ended up getting a UTI, which is very common apparently with female deer, doe or goats, does. Oh, it's been a long day. And that UTI turned into a kidney infection. And that's when I realized something was really wrong, because she actually started fevering really bad. And so that's when I contacted the vet. I noticed she had peed blood. They took her a urine test, and they said that I must know her so well in her mannerisms that when I brought her in for the test, which I don't even know if I buy, they said that there was no sign of this urinary tract infection. But if it's already a kidney infection, I don't know. Anyway, there's not a lot known about goats. There's very few vets that really actually work with goats. So it was this and that. We had a fantastic crew of like 6 different vets down in Maryland area working with Little Leaf. And one of them was a specialist with deer, which is why I keep fumbling over that word. And he was the one that kind of pinpointed what was going on. She didn't respond to the first 2 antibiotics that we tried giving her. And the final one was the one that actually worked. She had 106 fever for like 4 days. It was scary. It was really scary. And usually goats don't survive that kind of downfall. And probably the only thing that saved her was the fact that she still has her horns, because those help regulate your body temperature, especially when they fever and everything. I'm still frazzled. Even just talking about it, I thought I was going to lose her. I didn't think we were going to find a way to pull out of that, but we did. Unfortunately, she didn't drink after she recovered from the kidney infection. She wasn't wanting to drink water, so she ended up with kidney stones. So it was like this ripple effect of issues. So we got back to Washington. They suspected she might have contracted ammonia while her white blood cell count was down. It's just like this ongoing thing, okay? And so they were like, she needs at least 4 to 6 weeks down from this ammonia. So no more hiking. So I threw in the towel for that first leg of our little adventure, because obviously she means more to me than that. We can always pick up where we left off, which we will do eventually when the time is right. So I just threw in the towel, came back home, and she started recovering but not drinking water. So she got kidney stones. So I had to drive 5 hours south to get her service, a bunch more vet visits, just chaos. Basically, it's been one thing after another. Finally get her rounded out. She's normal. And guess what happens? The catalytic converters in my Jeep go out, and my transmission. So I am trying to leave Washington State right now to Snowbird, first go east, drop off some paintings, and then I'm going to loop around Snowbird and keep the adventure going. But I can't do that until my Jeep gets fixed, which hopefully will be next week. So that's everything that's going. You know, life happens. It's in 3s or 11 teens. I don't even know. But I appreciate you guys all being the support that you have been. And I know everybody's been wondering what's been going on. But with her being so up and down, I just didn't have it in me to keep up on the social media stuff. And that was like my last priority. So I really am thankful and really appreciate everything y'all have done and the way you guys chipped in. And we couldn't have done it without you. And it means the world to me, because she's all I have. She's literally all I have besides the Jeep. And I take the goat over the Jeep. So I appreciate what you guys have done. And here we are. So the plan is now, our trip across America will happen eventually. We're going to do it in chunks and seasons. We had never intended to hike through the winter anyway. I knew she couldn't do that. So we'll pick that back up when the timing is right. I'm a little intimidated by the whole situation now. So if we do it, I might have a different strategy. Maybe do the Great Allegheny Trail with an electric bike set up when I found these cool ones with canopies and everything. So she doesn't have to do as much, but kind of just cruise. But for this winter, we're just going to snowbird. I'm going to work on a couple books. I want to make a kid book with her and some other things. So thank you, Joseph. Anyway, okay, I'm going to stop rambling and answer some of your guys' questions. So if you all have questions, go ahead and start answering them or asking them now. It's been a long day. I'm sorry. It's been a really long day. Here I am with my Barbie doll earrings, and we're coming up on Halloween, and I am so ready to hit the road. When I get too stir crazy being in one place, my mind is just, which you probably see every day in my videos. So I can't make excuses. Did your legs hurt from all that walking? Yeah, always. I mean, but they're strong and healthy. Hey from Mississippi. Hey, Phil. Hey, Phil Tucker, just on a podcast with him on the John Frickamere podcast. I was a surprise guest for Phil. He's kind of a badass. He lost a leg to frostbite and is still fucking killing it. Excuse my ladylike language out there, but I mean, let's just be real. Like, who loses a leg and just like keeps on keeping on? And yeah, he makes me feel like I've done something important for a lot of y'all, and that was like pretty amazing. Hi Keith, Marzel. Oh my gosh, I got so many good friends on here. You know what? Y'all are like my loyal family on here. I recognize all your names because they're so hard to diagnose. They are. And you know, my daughter's going to school right now to be a radiologist as a vet tech. And there are so far and few in between people who work with goats, ruminants. They have a lot of, that's my grandma. They have a lot of equine vets that just kind of cross over their services with goats and big, large stock animals and stuff. But most farmers inject all their goats. They give all the, treatments to their goats. So it's some next level. I mean, I've had to learn fast and furious here. And I am so appreciative of the support groups that I've had and just the support because they are not easy. I love her to death, but they are not easy. Looking great. Thank you. Yeah. Do you like my Barbie hand earrings? These are inspired by Bambi. I don't know if you ever heard this story. So if you guys followed my Pacific Crest Trail hike, Bambi was a girl that I hiked with, and Horse was another person that I hiked with, and we three were a little tramley for a while, and Horse liked weed. He was a pot smoker. I'm not really into it. Bambi wasn't really into it, but he would always like ask, he was friendly, he wouldn't push it, but he'd ask. And the funniest story was finally one day Bambi just snapped. She's like, I don't want to smoke weed. She's like, the last time I smoked weed, I got Barbie hands. And I had to make dinner. Do you know how hard it is to make dinner with Barbie hands? And of course, we couldn't stop laughing. And I saw these online, so I bought her a set. And then I had to buy me a set because, why not? So it's Barbie hand earrings. It's Halloween. Kind of go together. Yes, Ron, this is live. You can ask me whatever you want to. Okay, I'm going to pay better attention. Sorry. Pauline, hey, great to see you in Little Leaf. Doing well. We are doing so well. My Jeep, however, isn't. So she needs a little love right now, but we're working on it. Things I think happen in threes, and it's just we're getting through it. It's going to happen. Life, there's always something for everybody. It's just what happens. You keep me entertained. Million thanks. I'm glad I can keep someone entertained. It's pretty sad at how self-entertained I can be at times. Hello from Cleveland. Ron, hello. Joseph again. My light pack working out for me. My light AF pack actually was fine on my shoulders. I just kind of messed up and ordered. Actually, I shouldn't say ordered. I got it at Trail Days. When I tried it on, I didn't realize that they had different hip strap sizes. And I got a kid's. It's kind of comical. So I had to add extensions to the hip straps. But I'm so short torsoed and everything that I had a really small, perfect fit, except for around the mama belly, I guess you can call it. So, but the pack itself is great. It held up. I was kind of impressed with the amount of weight that I put in it. I mean, I didn't use it for an extended period of time, but I still have it. It's still going to get some use. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Nothing negative aside from my own mistake of buying one that was a little too small around the hip belt. But I ain't blaming them for that. Where's Little Leaf? Little Leaf, I'm at my grandma's right now because this is the best place for intrawebs here in the mountains of the Cascades where I grew up. So I'm at her house. Little Leaf is out in my Jeep in the front 40 here, and I will grab her so you guys can say hi and see her before we end this call. So I will make a graceful exit and re-entrance with her in just a tad. But I want to talk to you guys some more and ramble because apparently I'm good at it. So anyway, ask me questions, guys. I'll pay attention. Glad to see you've popped up and come across the screen. So yes, I will be posting more videos here. I have a few of even when I took Little Leaf over to Pullman, which is about 5 hours east of where we are now, to this university to figure out what this kidney stone situation was, because I didn't know that's what it was. We had ultrasound scoping. This little girl has stressed me out more than my real little girl. But she's too young to just, I don't know. She's my little world right now. I have over 50 and I've learned to have to do it myself. Yes, exactly. So this guy's saying the Ozarks journey to self-sufficiency. So he has over 50 goats. I just, I have my one. I don't know how farmers could afford to take care of these goats if they didn't know how to do it themselves. And I really want to be that self-sufficient because I'd love to have a rescue someday, but I'm learning and I'm learning fast because this is definitely what it needs to be if I want to continue having goats. I love the Barbie hand earrings. Thank you, Stacy. Horse was a hoot. He was always a hoot. You know what? He was like the funniest stoner I've ever known. And he has a place in my heart forever and ever. Moon Gold, any word on Sweet Leaf being in a Super Bowl commercial? That would be so awesome. So I've been trying so hard to get Pepsi to notice her. Those Pepsi challenges that they do, they just had one about s'mores, and I entered all these photos on Instagram and stuff. If you guys follow our Instagram, there's links in the description below. You'll see all the ridiculous photos. I made all these fake s'mores, put them in a tree, and was like, my goat got in the s'more bush and got a case of Pepsi. And then I had Pepsi symbols all over. It was really bad, cheesy. I was trying to get attention. So yeah, there's that. Oh, by the way, today, guys, this is kind of embarrassing, but I figured, you know what? I've never really won anything, so I was going to try it. I had been asked to participate in this Fab 40 or Fab Over 40, I guess it's called. It's a really girly thing. So like you'd get, if I win, and it's based on votes, so you'd have to vote for me. It's Fab Over 40. And I'll put the link in my description below, and it's on my Facebook page, and I'll put on some other things. Anyway, if you vote for me, I have the chance to win a 2-page spread in a magazine, 40 grand, which that would help me start a rescue or get a piece of land where I could at least park my gypsy wagon or something, or just continue adventures. I don't know. It could open a lot of doors for me. That's a lot of money for me. And then also like this amazing spa getaway thing, which I'm really not even sure that I doubt I'll win, but it would be pretty cool. It's probably for more girly girls than me, but it's Fab Over 40, and I'll put the link below. And the voting starts today, and it's basically if they think you're an awesome over 40-year-old, and I'm 41, so I count. But we'll see how that works. I just thought it'd be fun. I don't know. I'm just going to start entering competitions just to see what we can come up with. Super Bowl commercial. I'm working that with Pepsi. And I've also entered Little Leaf now that she's almost 3 in a movie casting. What do you call it? I don't know. I've applied her so she can be casted for movies. Does that make sense? Yeah. So based on her training and what she's able to do and respond to and everything. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully I can get Little Leaf as like an extra in some movies or commercials or something. Super Bowl. I mean, it's fun. Why not? Right? All right. Who we got here? Sue, did you finally finish painting your tent? Yeah, I mean, kind of. I did. So Hyperlight sponsored me and gave me this awesome tent. The Ultimate 2, which I had on my Pacific Crest Trail through hike, but I had the green one on my through hike that I'd purchased, and they gave me a white one, which was translucent, and Little Leaf really would not settle in that. Like she could still see through it and see the trees moving, so at night she wasn't settling. So it was kind of turned into an experiment. I contacted Hyperlight. I'm like, hey, if I use Sharpies on this, because a lot of people will sign them and stuff, the backpacks that they make, is this going to ruin the Dyneema? And they're like, we really don't know. So this is kind of an experiment. So I ended up doing all this artwork on my Hyperlight Ultimate 2 tent. And it turned out pretty cool. And it actually worked. It kept her, she didn't get the shadow effect or anything from the trees moving around. And it stayed waterproof. So we do have that tent still. It's pretty awesome. It looks pretty good. I would love to do more. I'd love to make like a series of that. Would be pretty fun. I should show that more. And you know what? I'll do that in one of these next videos that I'm finishing off that adventure. I'll do like a walk around and kind of show more detail of what I had done. Okay. Did you ever run into any restrictions on hiking with Little Leaf? I was hoping to make doe on the West Coast Trail in BC next year, but apparently there are places you can't hike with goats. You know, so I have discovered that hiking with a goat is really tricky. Some national parks consider them stock animals, which you would think, yeah, duh, they're pack animals or stock animal. But some parks like Glacier consider them the same as dogs. So I don't know how they decide one or the other, but there's definitely like controversy between the national parks. So you kind of just have to do your research and find out. I kind of more ask for forgiveness than permission. I know that might not be the best way, but when they're not all consistent, it's kind of hard to really plan anything. And she's so tiny. It's like, you know, I don't know. Anyway, maybe that's not the best advice, but that's what I do. How was your tattooing? I saw a picture on Instagram. Okay, so I did tattoos. I don't know if you guys know this, for about 7 years. Got a little burnt out because everybody wanted the same thing. During the era I was doing this, it was like tribal and koi fish. And I was going to lose my mind if I had to do another koi fish. Have some friends in Germany. If you followed my PCT hike, we lost colors to deadfall. And one of the girls, Dirty Ziploc, who was his girlfriend, came back to finish the part of the trail that she left behind after the incident. I'm stumbling. It's hard. It's hard to talk about and just keep composure. But anyway, she came back this summer and finished the section of the PCT that she hadn't done. And I met up with her and Color's little sister, actually. And I gave them both tattoos. In Germany, it's actually illegal to get color tattoos. And she wanted her hiking boot with the red laces in his name. So I'm not really trying to be a tattoo artist again. That's kind of in my past, but this was sentimental. This was kind of a thing I wanted to do. It helped me kind of have closure, and all those things. So yeah, I did a couple tattoos, but I'm not trying to reopen that chapter of my life, mostly because in the United States, you need so many licenses in each state in order to practice anymore that it's just for the amount that I do it, it's not cost effective. This was just more like we were doing what we needed to do pretty much. Okay, moving on. Yes, Little Leaf should be in a Budweiser commercial with please, that would be so fun. You think I can win, Stacy? I don't know. It depends on how much sleep I've gotten. Sometimes I really look my age. Sometimes I look a lot younger. Yes, I have been busy. This is true. But when am I not? I don't stop. I don't hold still very well. What's your biggest bucket list item you want to cross off? Build something giant out of Legos. No, maybe that's not the biggest. I just want to do epic stuff so my grandkids talk about me. You know, I've done the Pacific Crest and the Appalachian, and Mount Whitney, which is the tallest mountain in the lower 48. I think it would be cool to do like Denali. So I could say I've done like the 2 tallest mountains, finish the Continental Divide for my Triple Crown, and then maybe like canoe the Missouri River. So I can say I floated the longest river, the 2 tallest mountains, and the 3 longest trails. I would love to live on a sailboat and do the Great Loop. There's so many things I want to do. I mean, I'm, that typical adventurous heart. It'll just never end. I'm always just going to keep adding to it. So there's not, I don't think, an ultimate goal, but just to be ultimate. I want my grandkids to remember me and my daughter to talk about how I lived, not what I left behind, I guess. I don't even know. I guess maybe that's not even my big concern. I don't want to be on my deathbed thinking I should have, or I have all this shit and nothing to show for it. But I feel like if I invest my money and my time into experiences and sharing it with people, and I can affect people and encourage people to live better and to try things, that shows purpose. That leaves a mark. That makes me feel like I lived wholly and fully, because otherwise I really haven't done anything epic in my life. I'm pretty next door nobody, and I don't have anything to show. I don't own a piece of land. I don't have anything but a Jeep, a gypsy wagon, and a goat and a whole lot of hiking gear. So, I mean, to me, you guys are everything. This has turned into my purpose, and that's what the universe has kind of handed to me, and I accept that. I'm okay with it. And I didn't see it coming, but I love it. I love that that's what it is. And I appreciate all of you guys, and you make it this, especially just having you guys, just curious, that I'm that exciting or interesting. Are you happy and positive person that leaves? Oh, I am a happy person that leaves a positive mark. Thank you. Where exactly do you vote for me? Okay, so if you guys haven't found me on Facebook, which is just under Kate Cloud, some of my posts on there are just open to the public. My Vote for Me 41 is. Otherwise, when I finish this live thing, whatever we call it, it'll be down in the description below. You can click down and it has all the links to all of my things, Instagram and everything, and it'll be in there. So you can either vote through there. I'll have it on my Instagram page. I'll have it on my Facebook page. I just decided I'll put it all the places. So wherever you look, you might find it. So if you can't find it at this moment, you'll find it. You'll see it. If you dig a little bit, it'll pop up. Stuff is only stuff. Adventure is absolute and the best. It's true, Holy smokes. I mean, what do you want when you're on your deathbed? That cool ATV or the memories of selling the Great Loop? I mean, I don't know. Pick and choose your battles. There's just price difference there, but you know how much. You're better off than way better off. Minimalism is the way to go. Heck yeah, it is. Are you kidding? Stuff doesn't mean anything. I mean, it can make life a little more comfortable, though. Like, I like my blankets. I like my Jeep. I don't need much, but those are my necessities. We all need necessities, the basics, shelter, food, water, and I feel like everybody should have those available regardless of their status. What art am I working on right now? So I just reopened on my website the button for people to order the Christmas bulbs I do every year. So every year I do custom Christmas bulbs. So you can order with any pet of your choice. You send me a photo of your pet, and I will paint that pet's face on a bulb and mail it to you. And you can either gift it to someone. That's my main thing this time of year that I make money with is Christmas bulbs. It doesn't matter if it's a horse, a dog, a cat, a flying squirrel. I've painted them all. You just send me a picture of whoever's animal. I do an exact replica of whatever photo you send me. So the quality of the photo can determine the quality of the artwork. It's a really foggy, blurry. I might ask for another if I can't pull it out, but the better photo you have, I create this little beautiful bulb of that animal and we'll send it to you. So that's what I'm doing right now. And you guys can all go on to katecloudart.com if you want to order one of those. And I ship them out to you, and I do those while I'm on the road. So I'll do those up until about mid-November, mid-December. And then I kind of turn off the button down there because I have to make sure that I don't get over my head in orders because everybody waits till the last minute. And I don't want to not be able to fulfill any of those. So anyway, let's see what else you guys have to say. Kristen, open carry, bears and cougars. You've heard the worst. So you're talking about carrying? Where are you talking about carrying, darling? You can't carry in national parks. Even if you have no criminal history and you get caught in a shakedown looking for a bear can or something, they catch you with a firearm, it's a minimum of 5 years. You don't want to mess around with that. I do have my concealed, and I do carry in certain circumstances. I'm approved in about 38 states. So I carry in a lot of those states, especially when I'm driving, at least, not necessarily hiking. Hey, Keith, thank you. Thank you, Brian, for the donations. I appreciate that. That helps, especially with my catalytic converters right now I'm replacing, and I'm getting a tune-up on my transmission. It's leaking, and, my Jeep's my baby. Got to maintain her, too. Light bulbs? No, they're not light bulbs. They're like Christmas bulbs. So like the glass Christmas bulbs that you put on a tree, and then I paint a painting of the pet on there. So if you go to katecloudart.com, you'll see examples. It's the very first button you can select on there. Have I given myself any tattoos? Yes. Actually, this one right here. So this was my Grandpa Arrow, who was my one part of my world growing up. His favorite flower is a gardenia, and I tried to tattoo that as one of my very first attempts. And then my grandma, whose house I'm at, this is her side, and her favorite flower, which is a carnation, and the light's kind of making that hard to see. Her name is sewn on there. It's Helen. Here, you guys can say hi. Grandma, can I put you on?
Oh, I look terrible.
This is my cute little grandma.
Hi.
Isn't she so cute?
Old grandma.
Well, she's 90, but you know what? Look at this. Not a gray hair on her head, and she's 90. Please, can I follow in those footsteps? How cool is that? Who can say they're 90 with not a gray hair? My grandma.
My kids were also good.
Her kids were so good. That's bullshit. Anyway, at my grandma's house. That's one of my first paintings. Let me just show you guys some things. Yeah, that's one of the back in the day ones. These are all my aunts and uncles. I think that one's my mom, and that one's me, and then all of these are other grandkids. Yeah, we have a big family. We have a big family on my mom's side. Big family, big things. Cece, hi. Kate, those are cool. Here's the link for everyone. Oh, hey. People are helping me out. I love you guys. Even when I've had trollers, you all just jump in and I don't even have to say nothing. You take care of me. Grandma Keith says hi. Sandy says hi. Amazing Horse says hi. Ron says grandma is adorable. V Mitt says she's a sweetheart.
Doesn't even know me yet.
Oh, yeah. No, my grandma is hilarious. Let me tell y'all one story. I was living here temporarily while I was waiting to move into a townhome, and I had a cat at the time. One really, really old cat. She's like 19. And it was my grandma, me, and my grandpa, and my cat. And we were sitting at her 4-person table, my grandpa, my grandma, and me. And my cat jumps up. My grandma looks at the cat, and we're all waking up. My grandma looks at the cat. She goes, she really doesn't look that old. And I go, well, grandma, I feed her well. Without missing a beat, she just backhands my grandpa. He's like, what did I do? And she goes, see, Frank, if you would have fed me better. Never stops. She's full of comedy. That's my grandma to a T. Definitely get my witty personality from her without a doubt. Anyway, okay. Rick says, oh, hi, Grandma. Russ, y'all are the best. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Stacy, so adorable, Grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Marzelle says, hello, Grandma. Anyway, okay, here we go. And I have a Nigerian dwarf too. Okay. Been doing it for 6 years. Love Little Leaf. Aw, you know what? People who have more experience with goats, I depend on you to a certain extent. I try to, when I come across y'all, I ask as many questions as I can. There's just so much to learn. It's never ending. Oh, Pauline says, Grandma, amazing chair. You want to know this? I just got my grandma that chair. It was my other grandma from my other side of the family's chair before she passed. We just got it. And she was just the cutest little thingy, too. She was from Sweden. And grandma's chair was just falling apart. And I'm like, my sister's like, I need a new chair. My sister's like, I got this chair from grandma. So we brought it to this grandma. So she just got a new chair. We're grandmaing chairs. I don't know where that was going. Anyway. Okay, I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep rambling to you guys. I'm pretty sure this isn't that exciting. But I wanted to let you know what my plans were outside of everything. That Little Leaf is good. I appreciate all you guys having chipped in that did. My Jeep is getting worked on. I've already ordered the parts. We're hoping next week, the 18th or 19th. This weekend, I'm going to be face painting at my niece and nephew's birthday party. They're doing a joint birthday party. Auntie Cake. They call me Auntie Cake because they can't say cake. And I love it. I'm going to be painting all their faces. And then from there, I'm heading out. And I'm going to go to Colorado to see Bambi and give her my wolf painting that I have for her new house. And then I guess I'm going to be driving all the way over to Virginia, where another friend of mine has purchased a rose painting that I've had on my website forever. And shipping costs have just been so stupid that it just makes more sense for me to drive it out to him. And then I'll kind of maybe horseshoe down and snowbird. So I'm going to be going 90 from Washington State all the way over to Virginia, maybe zigzag a little bit. So if any of y'all are in that route and you want to meet up, shoot me up a message on Instagram or Facebook or wherever, and maybe we can connect, have coffee. I don't know. I'm not trying to do it super fast. Little Leaf isn't good with more than 4-hour days in the car. So I try to like always stop and do like a hike in the morning and a nice good walk in the afternoon. So we're not going to just beeline. We'll be making an adventure out of it, of course. And then I'll go south and I don't know, maybe we'll go see what happened in Florida and try to help out. I have some friends down there in Fort Myers. That's where I lost Apollo that year. And I don't know. Maybe I can't handle that. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But as far as things stands right now, that's kind of looks like where things are going. So in about a week, about the 19th, 20th, I'm going to try to start heading east to drop off some paintings and just dilly-dally my way. And then we're going to snowbird for the winter, hit some adventures. I'm going to try to work on a couple books. So make a kid book for Little Leaf and get that into a publisher and a few other things. So there's things. And if you want a mural or something, like let me know. Might be able to work it in if you're in the path and timing is right. I've had a few people reach out to me and it just might work out to do a couple murals here and there. So that would be great. And a nice like break in between things. Betty, Little Leaf is adorable. I know, isn't she? I know. I got to keep her. We're also in Washington State. Oh, you are? Cat dog? I didn't know that. Okay. Angie, glad you're back. Don't forget to show us Little Leaf. I'm going to go grab her in just a second because I think I'm going to wrap this up. It's almost been, it's only been a half an hour. I feel like I'm not used to just talking to the camera like this. So I never do this. Do you guys hate this? This is annoying. Ugh. I hate seeing my face just on the camera the whole time. So happy to know you and Little Leaf are good. Missed you. Yes, I think it would be fun to do Little Leaf in a kid's book. And I have so many ideas. It's kind of overwhelming. So I think I might just like post out somewhere in Quartzsite for a couple weeks. Or I don't even know. I've never even been to Quartzsite, which is like the nomad haven during the winter. And try to just be so isolated that I have to work on these things. But I'm pretty stir crazy too. So I don't know how long that'll last. We'll see how that works out. But that's the plan. Yeah, Little Leaf kid book, right? Okay, I'm going to go grab Little Leaf. So you guys just hang tight because I know you all want to see her. So if you want to ask any more questions, post them. I'm going to go grab her out of the car where she's been eating this whole time and bring her back in so she can say hey to y'all. Hold, please.
Turn the light on so you can see.
I got it, girl. Okay, come on. Come say hello. We are back. Come here. Come on. Come up here. Come on, say hello. So here's Little Leaf. Live and healthy. Looking good. You want to lay down? She's like, yeah. Come here. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. That's my girl. So as you can see, maybe I should lower this. Oh, that's my sweet girl. Everybody's wondering how you've been doing. Just a little leaf. She's doing really well. She's finally back to normal and healthy and all of the things. Okay, let's see if I can see. You want to chat with Grandma more, Ron? What do you want to ask Grandma? Hope your grandma and Little Leaf have a great night. Scary Little Leaf.
Thank you.
Grandma says thank you. She loves this attention. Grandma gets lonely. Has she gained a little weight from the whole? Yes, she has finally put on a little bit weight back. She's doing pretty good. Look at this berry. Yeah. She's such a good girl. She has gained a little weight. Yep, she definitely has gained a little weight. Oh, this my sunshine. Are you sleepy? Are you sleepy? She's like, yes. Want to go explore. She doesn't hold still very well. They call them kids for a reason. You know this, right? Come here. Come back up here. Come on. Come on here. She's trying to get me to play. Oh, no. You want to play? Come on, get it. Okay. Well, anyway, whatever. You guys see that she's happy and healthy. She's doing pretty good. And she's kind of fat and full right now. And she usually goes to bed at 8. So she's about 20 minutes away from bedtime. So she's kind of winding down. Anyway, so I thank you guys all for coming out into this post and the Fab Over 40 thing. If you feel like chipping in that, we see what happens. It could be exciting. I don't know. Could you imagine me in a 2-page magazine spread? I don't know. They put makeup on you and all of these things. Could be interesting. Maybe they'll add Little Leaf into it. That would be pretty entertaining. Anyway, so those links will be in everything. If anybody has any other questions, let me know now. Everybody thinks you're so adorable, Grandma.
Oh,
See?
I'm so glad.
Hey, I'm going to be that adorable because
I was a cheerleader in 8th grade.
she was cheerleader in the 8th grade. Did you hear that? Yeah, this is where I get my good looks from. It's my grandma. All right, you guys. Well, it's been a pleasure. Hey, what are you doing? That's Grandma's. Say hi and bye to everybody. She's laying back down again. She doesn't know what to do. They call them kids for a reason. They really do. They're like this fidgety, don't know what to do with themselves when they get tired. Everything goes in the mouth. Hey, her say hi. You want some raisins? You want some raisins? No, her say here. We're not leaving for them. Yeah, what does her think? You want an apple? Does that sound amazing? Her want an apple? Does that sound good? You want an apple? You want some alfalfa? No, her lay down. Teasing her now. I shouldn't do that. All right, guys. I keep saying I'm going to leave and I haven't. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. If you guys have any more questions, yeah, you can follow me on Kate Cloud Feathers is Instagram for mine. Little Leafs is Little Leaf Goat on Instagram. You can find lots of links on there. Mine has the link to the voting right now. If you're on Facebook, Kate Cloud. Some of my posts are open to people who aren't in my friend Goat. Don't eat the box. Anyway, yeah, you can find things on Facebook. She's such a little stinker. All right. Bye-bye, you guys. Love you long time. She's got the keys. Goat. Don't bite.